What's up YouTube, Eugenius here, hope you're all well. Shout out to the Whack Pack. Got some unboxings for you here from Frederic Malle, and these are the limited edition bottles. I've got one here. This is Iris Poudre that I've had for about a year, and there's 7 bottles in this limited edition collection. I'm not sure how long these are going to be available for, but it does say limited, so I'm assuming once they're gone, they probably won't be coming back. But you can see the bottles still remain the same size and style as the original Frederic Malle bottles, but gone is the label, and on you'll see kind of these colored patterns. And this is called Synesthesia, where the designer Carlos, I can't remember what his name was, I have it here somewhere, world-class designer Carlos Scarpa puts together, or he blends together colors with the fragrance. So, which I think is pretty cool. He gets to know the perfume, and then he kind of made this design on the bottle that just really gets glued on there, and it's got colors that represent or interpret what the fragrance would look like in the world of colors. So there's Iris Poudre. I did pick up Musk Ravageur, Portrait of a Lady, and Carnal Flower. And I don't know which is which. They all came in 3 different boxes. And I'm going to say the first time I smelled the Frederic Malle, it was Musk Ravageur. And it was probably in 2003. And I was absolutely like blown away. I would just like love at first sniff. I came back a week later and I bought a bottle. And it was just one of those things, like when I smelled it, I was like, wow, oh wow. And you know, since then I've probably come across hundreds of brands, thousands of different perfumes, and they've all kind of come and go. But for some reason, whatever reason it is, I've always been close to Frederic Malle, and his perfumes is just something that I find really in my comfort zone. I love, you know, the quality and the aesthetics of the brand. It's just, you know, everything about their perfumes just fit with me. They match so well, and I've just continued to have nothing but a huge appreciation for this line. Even though there's sometimes there'll be a perfume that I come across and I'll give kind of a crappy review to. Doesn't mean I don't love it. I literally love almost every single thing from this brand. I love how just traditional he keeps his work. It's modern, but with a traditional style. Although I'd love for his Desert Gems line to kind of, you know, it's a little bit too much. And I do find it a little bit trendy, if I may be honest. Okay, so I got these from Holtz. Holtz had a nice sale recently, so I thought it was the perfect time to pick these up. I got a whack full of samples here. And I asked the lady nicely, can you include a bunch of, and man, did she ever come through. Premier Avenue, if you're watching, can you please take notice of this? This is how you treat not only a customer, but you're my damn partner. Look at this. So we got Lise Mediterranee. We've got Portrait of a Lady, Monsieur, another Monsieur, Carnal Flower, Geranium pour Monsieur, Outrageous, which I'm not very familiar with, Dante Bras, another Outrageous, another Portrait of a Lady, Superstitious, another Portrait of a Lady, and Musk Ravageur. Laura, thank you so much, Laura. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's open this one up. Nice wrapping. Laura did a fantastic job of shipping. Also included a nice Frederic Malle bag. I really want, you can't see now, but I've got those, the Chanel and Guerlain and the Hermes gift boxes up there at the top of my shelf. I really want one from Frederic Malle, but I don't think he does them. I've never seen one at any of the boutiques or counters. It's great watching this brand grow. Like when I first smelled, you know, Musk Ravageur for the first time, there was only one counter in all of Toronto and all of the GTA, and I remember begging Maria, you know, can we please, like, Toronto seemed so far away at the time. I would never go down there, but now that I'm into perfumes, going down there is as common as going to the corner store for bread and milk, or, you know, milk and eggs. I'm down there quite often, but at the time it was a trek. It was like an hour drive, and we packed all the kids in the minivan and we went down there. I was just like, wow, I was just so impressed and just like completely smitten with everything. And I remember the sales assistant, he was the counter manager. His name was Young. He's no longer there, but he was a fantastic guy. The first time I came down there, I told him I heard all about the line and I wanted to try some, and I asked him for some samples. He's like, no man, we don't have any samples, they're all gone. And I was quite bummed out, but he was nice enough to make me like a 1 ml sample of Musk Ravageur, and I wore it throughout the week. Actually, I think I wore it twice. You know, how many times can you wear 1 ml? And I came back the next week and I bought a bottle of Musk Ravageur, and just out of nowhere, he had like a ton of samples and he filled my bag up with them. And I was like, yeah, right. Like, I'm sure these were here last week, but, you know, sales assistants, no matter what counter you're buying from, they always give you a hard time with samples for whatever reason. I don't know what they're doing. They're eating them. I have no idea what they're doing with these samples, but it's almost ridiculous the way they hoard these damn things. Sometimes I wonder if they're the ones selling them on eBay. But anyway, so here's Musk Ravageur. And the color pattern here is, it looks like very earthy browns and reds. So the red, I would assume, is for the cinnamon note in Musk Ravageur. And the brown, Musk Ravageur's got quite a bit of musk and vanilla. I never really associated Musk Ravageur with brown. But it is quite sweet, and it's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I really wonder why. Actually, is that a brown, or is that like, I don't know what color you would say that is, but there's Musk Ravageur. All right, let's see what else we have here. And I had to cut these open prior just so I'm not fiddling with a knife. All right. So these had to be ordered from 2 different places, all ordered, you know, within an hour of each other, and all shipped at the same time, but all 3 boxes showed up on 3 completely different days. Weird how that happens. Okay, here I got another gift bag, and this is Portrait of a Lady. Let's take a look at the samples here. Another whack of samples. This is fantastic. Wow. Carnal Flower, Portrait of a Lady, L'Eau d'Hiver. We've got Musk Ravageur. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I'm probably going to end up giving them away. Music for a While, Vetiver Extraordinaire, which I love. En Passant. I need En Passant for my collection. God, there's probably less than five of the perfumes I need to finish my collection. Portrait of a Lady. L'eau d'hiver. And if you count these limited editions, it's probably less than 10 I would need to complete the whole collection. Sometimes I think about it, but I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'll probably end up getting them. There's Portrait of a Lady. Even the boxes don't come in the typical orange sleeve. We got a little bit of Edition de Parfum tissue paper there, and there is Portrait of a Lady. I'm just going to wipe this off because it's a little bit dusty. I love the Frederic Malle bottles. They just, you know, they fit really good in the hand. I love the fact that the cap can hold the weight of the bottle. I've actually said before, you know, if the cap can't hold on to the weight of the perfume bottle, it's just, you've failed in packaging. I want to be able to pick up a bottle by the cap. So if I got to go to the back of my shelf and pick something up, and I got to worry about the bottle coming down and crashing and smashing, I'm going to be pretty annoyed and irritated. But I love this. Like, I know I can confidently, you know, carry this by its cap, and it makes a really nice click. Love that. So the caps have changed, you know, in the last several years. They used to be matte with this here was engraved, or actually there wasn't any of this. I think it just said kind of Frederic Malle edition. It was engraved in around the circumference of the cap. But there's Portrait of a Lady, and they've gone with reds and browns. So the red is probably for the fruity berry, the red rose. Now the brown, I wonder if that's the patchouli. Patchouli. It's almost like a mossy patchouli. Without oak moss. I don't think there's any oak moss, but I get a very mossy patchouli in the dry down. So I wonder if that's what this brown is supposed to interpret. They got one little red dot there. Not sure if you can see that. So I'm really curious about how the architect came about to designing these. And there's not a whole lot of information about these either on the Malle website or just online. But every time something like this happens, I'm always so curious, and I can never find enough information, you know, on this kind of stuff. Because there are people that are, you know, genuinely interested and curious. So this has got to be Carnal Flower. So there's still lipstick rose available, Bigarade concentré, and there's got to be one more. I wonder what the last one is. Lipstick rose, Carnal. En passant. Oh, interesting that he went with en passant. I would figure he would have gone with, you know, 7 of the most popular ones. And I never really thought En Passant was or is one of the more popular ones. I wonder if he'll be doing this for the Desert Gems. That'd be really interesting to see. Or, like, why wouldn't he have gone Vetiver Extraordinaire or French Lover? Those are quite popular. But they're also very masculine. I'm thinking maybe women are buying these more than men. Lee's lipstick. Geranium pour Monsieur, that would have been an interesting one. But who knows, you know, maybe he'll continue this again sometime. All right, so we got some more samples here from Diptyque, from Tom Ford, Gucci Guilty, Killian, Rolling in Love. Never tried this. I'm not a whole lot interested anyway. Some more Diptyque. So we got Carnal Flower again. Carnal Flower again. Oh, I've never seen this. This is something new. And it's from a brand called Bastide. And the sample is Ombre Maquis. I wonder. Looks interesting. Another Diptyque. And we've got a Creed here. Let's see what Creed is in here. Haha, Ventus. Wow. Hopefully it's not the cologne. Alright, so here is Carnal Flower. Let's open this up. I remember the first time I smelled Carnal Flower. Young had mailed me a sample and I was just like, oh my god, like they were just getting better and better and better. I think those were my first 3 purchases, were Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Lady, and Carnal Flower. Alright, so this one has tissue as well. Musk Ravageur didn't have the tissue paper for whatever reason. Alright, and there's Carnal Flower, and I see a big blotch of white and a very light, almost a forest green, which is pretty accurate because Carnal Flower is a big, bold, white floral based around tuberose. Got kind of a buzzing animalic accord to it. The tuberose is almost live, like you can feel it beating on your skin or breathing. Just an absolute gorgeous, beautiful perfume. Oh, there goes the atomizer. And when I wear it, it just kind of reminds me of, let's spray some on. It reminds me of sticking your head in a florist's fridge. Oh, it's as beautiful as ever. It's got this refreshing aspect to it. Yeah, almost like a refrigerated freshness. Yeah, a little bit mentholated. There is a touch of green in here, maybe from the stem, but it actually says Dominique Ropion right on the bottom of here as well. Carnal Flower, Dominique Ropion. And Portrait of a Lady, Dominique Ropion. What a superstar Dominique Ropion is, isn't he? Unbelievable, this guy's resume. Musk Ravageur, Maurice Roussel. Wow. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. So there you go. These are, not sure how well you're going to be able to see these. Limited edition Frederic Malle's the Synesthesia collection. And I've got one more. I'll show you this too. Here's Iris Poudre. Anyway, leave me your thoughts on these. Do you own any? Do you plan on picking any up? Do you want to see any more part of this collection, or are you done with it? I'd love to know. Love reading your comments. I want to thank you all for watching, and we will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.